Alright, heading to work right now. About to commute to work. It's a nice warm day. 63 degrees, not super warm, but it's nice and warm. It's February, so this warmth is unusual. But whatever, I'll take it and I'll ride it if I can. Yeah, my rearview mirrors are dirty. Yeah, whatever. It'll be okay. Cell phone wallet, boots, pants, jacket, shirt, running shoes, headgear, belt, got everything. Let's go. Nice, bitch. Damn. There's a stop sign there. You know what stop sign means? Stop means stop. Here's one. Yeah, I could have gone before this here. I'm not gonna take the highway today. I'm gonna take the surface streets. I usually take the highway. Got some variation here. Put this visor down so I can get less wind noise on the microphone. So this is highly unusual to have weather this nice in February. This time of the year, we usually temperature would be in the 20s or 30s. I remember last year, no, not last year, 2 years ago, I was in a different house, and in February, we had a pipe burst in our house. It was 16 degrees that day, and this pipe was unprotected outside. There was no insulation around it, and the pipe burst and flooded my living room. Even though the pipe was outside the house, it permeated, the water permeated through the wall and flooded the living room. By the time I realized that the pipe was burst, the living room was already flooded. So it had been leaking for a couple hours. So apparently this February we're gonna have no burst pipes, no freezing temperatures. I mean, it is February 7th, so we still got another 20 days for temperatures to drop and things to go crazy here. Excuse me. But perhaps this February will be spared sub-freezing temperatures. We'll see. In the meantime, if the weather's nice and the roads are clear, I will ride. So here in Virginia, riding a motorcycle, I have had a couple bad encounters with drivers who don't pay attention to motorcycles, who don't put their turn signals and whatnot. But overall, people have been pretty good drivers here. Not excellent. I mean, still got some mistakes. I think the most egregious offense over here is turn signal. Like, turn signals are a little kind of optional here. I always use them even if I'm changing lanes. But for a lot of these Virginians, it's like optional to use a turn signal. It infuriates me. And another thing that Virginians are really bad at, they're really terrible at merging onto roads. Like, you know, when you turn right onto a road and you got the little acceleration lane and you're supposed to gather speed, gain speed so you can join traffic at the same speed. These people, either they completely merge onto the adjacent lane without accelerating, or they completely fucking stop. They just stop. I've seen people do that. They just stop. There's an acceleration lane, they just stop. It's like, what are you people doing? Stopping on an acceleration lane. They do it all the time here in Virginia. It's terrible. I have had some old lady in an 80s typical American boat veer into my lane without seeing me or no turn signal or nothing. She just started drifting to my lane slowly. I had enough time to react and get out of her way, but it's like, come on now. And then the thing I see all the time here is people running red lights. That's like a pastime here in Virginia too. People just run red lights like it's a... There's the guy who wants to go. Okay, go ahead, go. So this guy had his turn signal, so I let him go. If you got no turn signal, I'm like, whatever, I'm not gonna let you go. But if you're courteous enough to actually use your turn signal, yeah, I'll let you into my lane. I guess staying behind that truck over there would have been the best course of action, because this left lane here is just slow today. What are these people doing? I try not to speed too much on a motorcycle. You know, there's moments when I will. I know it's bad because, you know, it attracts attention from law enforcement, and then people don't like it, and people complain about motorcycles, and gives us a bad image and stuff. But sometimes you have to. I tend to try to stay in front of traffic. To stay in front of traffic, you have to speed, because everybody's already speeding. I don't believe in staying behind traffic, because if your strategy is to stay behind traffic, that means a lot of people are going to be passing you. And I believe when people are passing you, you're not in control of traffic. When you're passing them, you are in control of traffic. You see what's in front of you. You see what's coming up in front of you because you're faster than them. But if you allow them to pass you, you know, you don't have eyes on the back of your head. All you got is two little mirrors. You have an incomplete picture of what's coming behind you. If you allow cars to be passing you all the time, then you're vulnerable to be surprised. You're vulnerable to be rear-ended. You know, somebody's not going to see you because you're in a motorcycle. You're smaller, you're thinner. Somebody's not going to notice you. So not only you are at the mercy of the left-hand turners, you're also at the mercy of the bad drivers who don't see you from behind, who don't notice your brake light going on, who don't notice your turn signal. You know. So I believe in passing cars. I can control them. I can see them. You have a little bit more control over cars when you're passing them. Of course, sometimes they will surprise you. They'll veer into your lane. They'll change lanes without turn signals or whatnot. But like this pickup truck here, for example, if I want to get in front of him, I just speed up and I change lanes, and I'm good. I just control them. I had a gap and I used it. That's how you control traffic. Like this lady on a minivan, I just, you know, I don't want to be moving side by side with her, a minivan, SUV, whatever that thing was, RAV4. I don't want to be riding side by side with her because she might not see me, so I speed up a little bit. I pass her, so I expose myself to her peripheral vision. If I was to fall back, maybe she would never notice me there. Like here, this road is merging, is the prime example. This lane is merging onto this road, and there's no acceleration lane. You just like, there's a new lane. And there's people who get off the highway and they stop right there. As if they're expecting the lane to end. Like they don't look ahead and they notice, oh, this lane does not end. I can just continue going. Or sometimes they see the lane ends, but the lane ends a quarter mile down the road. So they have a whole quarter mile to accelerate, and they just fucking stop there. Excuse my language. I've seen that numerous times. They get off the highway and they stop. It's like, what are you doing stopping? Use the acceleration lane. If you're driving a top fuel drag race car, it's gonna take you like 4 or 5 seconds, maybe 3 or whatever. I don't know what they're running nowadays, but it's gonna take you. You got 4 or 5 seconds to run a quarter mile. If you're driving a minivan, you're gonna have like 30 seconds or whatever. You got a long way. Even if that acceleration lane is not quarter mile long, if it's just an eighth of a mile, you still got a lot of time. Just accelerate. And these minivans nowadays, they got powerful engines. They're not like 120 horsepower carrying 5,000 pounds. They're like 300 horsepower, whatever, 200 some horsepower, plenty of torque. You just gotta press the gas pedal and accelerate. Get out of the way. But I've seen people stop and they wait for a gap in traffic. I was like, oh my god, what a moron. Should use it to learn how to use a turn signal and zipper merge, you know? Afternoon, sir.
How are you, sir?
Oh. There you go.
Thanks.
All right, sir. Thank you. Have a good day. Take care. Anyway. Another safe and successful commute. Well, I haven't reached my destination. I haven't put the kickstand down yet, so side stand down yet, so I can't say that yet. I have to wait until I actually arrive there, because somebody's gonna screw you up when you least expect it. Here on bays, inside the military bays, I think we're generally safer than outside. We got lower speed limits. You have military personnel who are generally more safety conscious than non-military personnel. They're paying a little bit more attention. And the army just gives us safety classes all the time, you know. So our brains are hammered with safety, 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 be safe, be safe, be safe, be safe. You know. I haven't had any surprises here on base yet. And I don't know exactly what percentage of military personnel ride motorcycles, but I think there's a higher percentage of motorcycle riders in the military than in the general population. I mean, I might be completely wrong on that. Who knows? So people who are motorcycle riders would be generally more aware of motorcycles when they drive cars, generally. But anyway, here we are. Engine is off, kickstand is down, and this was another safe commute. So, thanks for riding with Ren, and I will see you later.